So Amy Schumer is back in the news again, and of course it's not for a good thing. Yesterday she revealed that she wasn't allowed. She was one of the guest hosts at the Oscars, yeah, the same Oscars where Will Smith slapped Chris Rock, and she recently said that she wasn't allowed to make a joke. The joke was, "Don't Look Up" is the name of the movie, more like "Don't Look Down the Barrel of Alec Baldwin's Shotgun." And it's a reference to the recent tragic where on a movie set Alec Baldwin accidentally shot and killed one person, two people, I don't exactly remember who it was. But yeah, that was the joke. It was Amy Schumer making fun of a tragedy where people actually died. And of course, she had to make it about herself. She says, "I wasn't allowed to say any of that, but you can just come up and slap someone." So yeah, she's obviously referencing the Will Smith and Chris Rock thing where Will Smith slapped Chris Rock, and she was more upset over Will Smith slapping Chris Rock, where they both survived, than she was about Alec Baldwin, where the two people tragically lost their lives. And it's a bad joke. This isn't the first time Amy Schumer has done crap like this. I mean, look at this clip.
But I truly am, no joke, sorry for the loss of your friend Ryan Dunn. I know you must have been thinking it could have been me, and I know we were all thinking, why wasn't it? Thank you.
So yeah, Amy Schumer has a track record of making, bad jokes. I mean, she's just not funny. I mean, I'm all for, I think offensive humor has its moments, but it becomes more, offensive humor and dark humor become more and more acceptable as time goes on. You need to have time for people to grieve, whereas in the families of this tragedy are still grieving. I mean, it only happened a couple of months ago and she's already trying to make a joke. Now obviously I do think this was more an attack on Alec Baldwin and his mistake, but it's still like, it's not appropriate for, if it was someone in my family that had it happen to, and Amy Schumer just went on to make some silly joke about it, not even like a year after I lost someone, I would be very upset, and this just wasn't funny. She was triggered to make a joke, but, about natural tragedy that a family is still going through. I mean, honestly, I have no idea why Amy Schumer would admit this publicly. Like, I don't know if she was looking for some publicity. Maybe she thought people would take her side because, assault is worse than an offensive joke, words. But, I mean, she just had to make it about herself. The Chris Rock joke about Will Smith's wife being bald was very tame in compared to making a joke about people where, that lost their lives. And going through the replies, and most of the people are saying, if anything, that joke would have deserved a slap even more. This is a new commentary channel where I'll be keeping you up to date on internet news and real world events. If that interests you, make sure you subscribe and turn on the bell to receive new video notifications. People are saying, I do not like Alec at all, and I still think this is an awful and cruel joke. Yeah, so people that don't even like Alec Baldwin can say this is, it's cruel and it's not funny. Why would a comedian think this is funny or even something to make a joke about? She's still a baddie I'd hit? That's strange. She has a bad history of these, silly jokes. There's the time where she fell in front of Kanye West on the red carpet and he just walked past like it was supposed to be, I don't know, a joke of her fainting. And that was just, it was embarrassing. Kanye didn't even react. There was literally no upside to putting this out there. You don't punch down. How is this that hard to understand? Remember that cinematographer that lost his life? Man, what an idiot. Is obviously a bad joke. That's what people are saying. There's an actual reason no one likes Amy Schumer and she's not a popular comedian. It's not because she's a woman. There's plenty of very funny women out there. It's been like a week since, these tragic events happening, and she's still centering herself. I mean, I get it. She's trying to tell a joke. It's where people lost their lives. Also, the issue isn't that Will was allowed to slap Chris Rock. He clearly wasn't, because since then he's himself stepped down from ever going to Oscars again, and some of his major movie roles have been pushed back, and they might not even go forward now. So he's obviously receiving punishment. I really didn't think it was possible for Amy Schumer to be any cringer, but here we are. Tell me what you think. Do you think this was an appropriate joke, especially since it just happened a few weeks ago? I personally don't. I think this was bad humor timing, and I think she could do better. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.